Hey guys, what's happening? So we're back for more Philip K. Johnson's Hulk series. And the more that I think about this story, as far as what we've seen and where it's going, it has me feeling like, man, I kind of want the bad guys to win for a little bit so we can see some things. Because though it may not seem like it right now, we are exploring a tale that is going to expand to cosmic proportions when a number of these mysteries truly unfold, and I'll highlight some of the hints that we're given along the way. But first, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to catch the spills every week, and don't forget to hit that bell up top to get all notifications so we can squad up in the comments for the first hour. Alright, so coming back, we jump right in where we left off, with the Hulk being attacked by Ghost Rider 44. And at this point, though we don't know a whole lot about this new Ghost Rider, one of the things that we do know is that he shows up whenever young Leo's in danger. So with him coming here and first seeing the Hulk, Ghost Rider 44 believes that the Hulk is the threat and he's the one placing Leo in danger. But what he doesn't know is that it's actually the War Devil who's come back. And the writer doesn't even pick this up because he's too preoccupied with the Hulk to even notice. And I gotta admit, with the way that this starts out, with this new Ghost Rider attacking the Hulk, it's not really a long fight by any means, but it's pretty sick how this goes down, because there are some really cool moments here. Because when the Rider charges at Hulk again, Hulk just smashes the ground, breaking it up, so the Rider just more or less uses it as a ramp. But as he goes over the Hulk's head, he drops one of his Ghost Rider grenades, and the hellfire from the explosion goes on to attack even after. And it gets a little crazier from here. And you can understand how Charlie and the others are just watching this from the sideline, in amazement, like everybody just has courtside tickets. But also, Leo and his family have already told Charlie at this point the whole deal with Ghost Rider 44 and how he always shows up whenever something is threatening Leo. So Charlie lets them know because she knows the Hulk is not a threat. There has to be some other kind of danger nearby. And it's right there where they hear the War Devil nearby getting ready to attack. So a couple of these guys go for their rifles so they can defend themselves. And meanwhile, with the Hulk and GR44, the Rider still believes that he needs to stop the Hulk, so he charges at him once again. But this time, the Hulk waits till the last second and he smashes the Harley, which just sends GR44 flying. And while the Rider is in the air, his bike reassembles underneath him fast enough for him to land on two wheels without missing a beat. Which just had me like, man, this turned into a Michael Bay production real quick. And I ain't even mad at it. I feel like this would have been sick in live action, slow motion, camera panning and all that. But the clashes quickly ended when the two of them hear gunshots from nearby. Cause now the actual threat, the War Devil, is attacking the camp. And it's not being fazed by their rifles. And out of all the farmers who are here at this camp, there's only a handful of these guys who are able to grab a rifle quickly, with one of them being Leo's dad, who fortunately is not the one that the War Devil pounced on. And after the War Devil catches one of the other guys, it then goes after the kids. And for a moment, Charlie tries to defend them with like a piece of a pipe, but she's barely able to hold this thing off. And I'll admit, she does pretty good for what she has, because the other guy had a rifle, and now he leaking. But as the War Devil closes in, GR44 races by, grabbing the War Devil by the face. And as he's still moving, he takes a good look just before unloading the Hellfire clip at point blank range, and then dunking the War Devil's face in the dirt. Which, man, there's something about this Ghost Rider, I just like how he gets down. But after doing this and really just creating some space between the War Devil and the people at the camp, the Rider leaves it here as the Hulk steps in to handle the rest. But first, the Hulk tells this thing, "You're one of hers," referring to the eldest, and he asks the War Devil, "Where is she? Where is the eldest?" And all it says in response is, "Man has no place in the garden." Which again just goes back to what we saw in issue 1, when the eldest called for all the monsters around the world to go after the fractured sun, the one whom men call the Hulk, whose spirit is that of a willful brute, that of the one below all, who is considered to be their enemy. And also at the time in issue 1, the eldest mentioned, while she was calling all monsters far and wide, aside from the Hulk's spirit, his flesh is theirs by right, and it is the key that they need to free the Mother of Horrors and usher in a new age of monsters. Cause for the eldest, using the Hulk to free the Mother of Horrors, that's only the beginning. Because after the Mother of Horrors is free, the eldest and her siblings, along with the Mother of Horrors and their whole first family, they're gonna move forward, unleashing every monster you can imagine and take the whole world from top to bottom. And they're not leaving room for anyone else but themselves. And I gotta tell you, I can't wait till we eventually get this huge Mother of Horrors reveal, because she came into existence without the creation or the influence of the one above all. So yeah, I can't wait till we dive deeper into that. But furthermore, as far as what the War Devil's talking about here, with man having no place in the garden, we're gonna dive deeper into that in a little bit. But right here, when the War Devil attacks the Hulk, it pulls his spear out of itself and goes for the big guy, only for the Hulk to catch the War Devil and just destroy this guy. Cause first he squeezes him, smushing together all his internals, only to then slam him on the ground, which causes the War Devil to lose his spear. But the Hulk catches it in midair, just to slam it through the War Devil so hard that there ain't nothing left but juice. And it's funny because there's a brief moment here where everybody's looking at the Hulk like, man, well damn. But also for GR44 and the Hulk, it's here where they set aside their differences, but even still, the Hulk makes sure to tell the Rider that if he shoots at him again, being dead ain't gonna save him, as he tosses him the War Devil's mask. But like clockwork, it's here where the Rider just gets ready to fizzle out, since the threat is gone. But before he leaves, he asks Charlie for a cigarette, and it's kinda like, come on man, it's a kid you're talking to. But to me, it almost seems like one of those moments where you can tell this man from a different time. And on the next night, we go 30 miles west to the next town where we see Harold's veterans group. Because if you guys remember in our last talk, Harold's the veteran who we saw that was possessed by the War Devil, which caused him to have all kinds of hallucinations and imagine committing violent acts. But we're told here at some point he died of a stroke that came about from his nightmares. And for a while, a number of the group members are just mourning the loss and hoping the best for Harold and that he's finally at peace. But out of nowhere, each of these guys start to pass out, one by one, as black ooze just starts to come out of their eyes and their nose and their mouths. And it's here where we're shown that everyone out of this group, they were all possessed by the War Devil, as it comes out expressing how it's just disgusted in these guys. And even though it despises their slain friend, it tells them he was mine to slay, as it gives each of them a gift and tells them to water its garden with blood. Which again just goes to show that the War Devil just sees mankind as disposable, and the only reason that the War Devil's upset about Harold's death is because he didn't kill him first. And on this same night, when we head back over to Charlie and the Hulk, Charlie's all excited because this is what she dreamed about. And I mean really, she dreamed of being Captain America's sidekick, but she never thought in a million years that she'd be out here fighting alongside with the Hulk. And I mean, fighting alongside of the Hulk, we can just leave that open to interpretation, because I mean, she didn't die. And we can't say that for everybody that was out there the other night, so I guess I'll just let her have her moment. But while they're here kicking it around the campfire, Leo's dad tells them that they're more than welcome to stay and work with them since the War Devil's gone and things are quiet again, but the Hulk just tells them no. So with hearing this, Charlie just hits him with the cutest little Hulk impression, and it gets a chuckle out of the big guy. But out of nowhere, the Hulk gets one of those nightmare visions of himself just squashing Charlie, so he just kind of shakes it off. But then when Charlie asked about how this whole thing works with Bruce, and how when the Hulk's here, where's Banner? And the Hulk just tells her that Banner's where he put him, and that's where Banner belongs. Which again gives us a brief look at where Banner's at, which looks a lot like what we saw before, where instead of us seeing the traditional sense of Bruce's mind, we see the space looking more like a swamp, where each time Bruce is trapped in the belly of some beast, almost as if the Hulk has trapped Bruce's memory within the body rather than the mind. And hopefully we get a more direct answer to that at some point later on. But the Hulk makes it clear here that he doesn't want to talk about Banner. And as soon as he says this, his eyes go black and they begin to burn as he hears the voice of the War Devil telling him that he has no place in his garden. So the Hulk just tells everyone to run, while just in the distance, right over the Hulk's shoulder, we see the War Devil's pack closing in fast. And also I will say, this whole idea of the War Devil that Philip K. Johnson is bringing in here, now that it's infected the Hulk, I wouldn't mind seeing the War Devil wrestle with certain identities within Banner, or try to do what he's doing out here in that fractured mind. Because now that he's in the Hulk's head, the War Devil might find that he stepped into the wrong garden. But it could go either way. And so now real quick, I want to give a special shout out to all the patrons. Thank you guys for all of your support. And for anyone who's new here, who wants more information on how to support the channel, I got a link below where you can go to patreon.com/DopeSpill. But that'll do it for this one, guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and we'll do it again on the next one. Alright, later.